What is corruption? Corruption, simply put, is dishonest or illegal behavior, especially by people in official posts. Greed, desire for power and selfishness, or poverty and low incomes are usually the main driving factors for corruption. The negative effects of corruption include low investment and business competitiveness, reduced economic growth, overpricing of goods and services, poverty, shift in government spending towards consumption, erosion of public service delivery, loss of trust between the state and its citizens, acceleration in crime.
Over the second half of 2015, CZI, ZNCC and the SMEAZ collaborated to do a business transactional corruption survey that covered 403 companies, small, medium and large scale, in Bulawayo and Harare. The survey sought to establish the occurrence of corruption, how it manifests itself in business as the enterprise transacts with the service providers and regulators. It is also meant to raise awareness on the subject to inform possible entry points of policy reform to stem business transactional corruption. A steep 60% find it difficult to find information on starting a business. On applying for a permit or license, 49% find it difficult. On applying for inspection, 40% find it difficult. These are the perceptions on the level of corruption in the government and public sector agencies. Those rated by more than 50% to be corrupt. Those rated by between 30 to 50%. And those rated by less than 30%. On the frequency of being asked for favors, bribes, or of having to pay irregular or unfair fees or fines. 30% almost daily, 10% almost weekly, and 7% almost monthly. These are the perceptions on justification for paying unlegislated fines. 84% feel it is not justified.
Given all these interesting numbers, the three lobby groups hosted a vibrant business dialogue breakfast meeting on the subject. We therefore provide you with the highlights of the dialogue and its resolutions.
Corruption does erode confidence. If there's no confidence, you are likely not to have foreign direct investment coming through into the country. Because as Zimbabwe, we all know that we need a lot of FDI to be able to move from where you are to another level. And we all know that capital is shy.
I think we have to accept the fact that as leaders, all of us in this room, we are leaders. And we've got a responsibility to ourselves, to our families, to our companies, to our businesses, to our country. And if we are in positions of leadership, we've got to take the bold step and just say no to corruption. For sustainability of our economy, for growth of our economy, for transformation, there is no way we can transform the Zimbabwean economy from what it is now to what we want to be unless we deal with this problem of corruption.
I wanted to respond to the issues of impunity. Since 1988, with the Willow scandal, I think the media has been very, very active in exposing corruption scandals. But what we are yet to see is the prosecution. What we are yet to see is the investigation. So I think we are calling upon the government to put someone on the cross so that they send a message that corruption is a criminal activity.
The institutions that have been set up to fight corruption. Our constitution is very clear. There is a chapter which has set up institutions that are there to combat corruption. If you read the constitution, there is a chapter. The Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission is one of them. We need to be serious about the role that the commission plays. At the moment, I don't think we are serious. It's one of the institutions that have been set up. It is not funded. It's very weak. And there is also corruption in that anti-corruption commission. So you see, it's a big problem. So one government has a responsibility to ensure that these very important institutions are adequately funded and that they are able to play the role that they are supposed to play.
And the comment that we're supposed to be making in this fora is, what can I do as an individual? Am I willing to say, okay, fine, that contract can go as long as I'm not going to pay that bribe? I think I would like to adopt the statement, it begins with me. It begins with each and every one of us at an individual level. But we can then solve things at an institutional level.
It is our duty as Zimbabwean citizens to restore our dignity and integrity in doing business in a hassle-free, enabling environment, one that guarantees viability, sustainability. We need to restore competitiveness and hence anchor the country for immediate economic recovery and takeoff. It is a collective responsibility for all here today, government, private sector and civil society. Let us effectively, constructively enrich our purpose today through an open and frank dialogue. Mapping out common ground on 4 priority actions to effectively address the scourge at hand. And identifying a role for yourself, your institution and your business partner to eliminate this cost to our business welfare and economy at large.